deal with airplane peanuts.
From comedians dressed up in full Halloween costume.
Ladies and gentlemen, spring roll.
Take me from myself. I gotta tell you what's going on with
to some of the biggest podcasts ever recorded.
You're not a Kamala person. You're a Khabib person, but you're not a Kamala person.
The month of October was as wild as it gets when it comes to comedy podcasts, and these are 32 of the funniest moments from last month from over 50 different comedians, starting off with Joe Gatto on this past weekend.
Did you ever go do one of those military shows abroad, like military tours?
No, I didn't. I wanted to. I never did that. Have you?
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Was it cool?
Yeah, just because you get to go to places you never would even think that we have like military presence, and you're like, oh my gosh, we're in this place, and like suddenly you're performing and there's just like people, you know.
Do you get like the military escorts and all that stuff too? Is that like when you're going on the way there?
I had a girl who offered a BJ to me once in a Blackhawk.
That's not
in Kuwait.
Not that kind of escort. I meant like they take you, not like a girl who's in the military offering.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. No. Yeah, she's like, there's
Black Hawk down.
Yeah.
She was Black Hawk down, man.
Well, I don't know what she was into. She was White Hog down. I know that, dude.
You know what? To answer the question, I need a water, and the one thing that I do want is a sugar-free Red Bull. That's
okay.
Water and sugar-free Red Bull. I don't even need food.
Nothing.
I mean, if I'm
if
really...
there's a menu, I'll take a look.
Yeah, listen, I'm not, if there's a menu, I'll take it.
I'm not going to say no to a Baravian pretzel.
But, like, I do the Italian thing. I, like, call the waitress over and whisper, like, is there something worth it or not? Like,
listen, if you were here, what would you get?
Yeah, I'm like, listen, dude, if your son came in here, what does he get?
You're doing that at a comedy club. Can I get something off the menu? What's the catch of the day here? You're at a fucking improv at a mall. You hand her a ball of burrata.
Did the halibut come in last night?
Are these dry scallops? I don't want that wet shit. I want day boat.
Yeah, I'm in an attic in Maryland. I'm like, how's the catfish?
I don't think I've ever had catfish, to be honest with you.
I remember you would always see people fishing for it off bridges, like where I grew up, and I remember my dad being like, "What are they doing?" Because they eat that shit.
It's just hard to, yeah.
They'd come out with a gun in their hand. That.
Dude, it's hard to eat something with whiskers, dude.
Handlebar mustache. I feel like you're eating somebody from Deadwood. Get out of here.
My best friend hooked up with my girlfriend at prom, and we were all supposed to spend the night at her house. I was too proud to sleep at her house, so I slept in her car in front of her house.
I could see this being me so easily.
There's no way Jay or Lewis have this story and I haven't heard it. It's one of these two.
I also am not too proud to sleep at her house. I'll be like, you guys have fun. I was more that guy. I don't even care.
Who'd you go to prom with?
Bert, did you go to prom?
Oh, yeah. Who was your friend? Got it. It's Bert. That was easy. I should work for the FBI. You bring those January Sixers to me, I'll break them down. What was that, you idiot? Unless he's fibbing.
No, I don't think he's fibbing.
That seems legit. I'm going Bert.
All right, let's go Bert.
Shane has bullied Bert into this tactic before.
This kid easily be Shane.
You can make Bert overreact and then just be like, right, this guy.
I think you're crazy. He answered that so fast.
Yeah, but Shane does play mind games. And Shane is he's 16 points. You know what? F that. I'm going Shane. I think Shane is bullying Bert.
Yeah, I agree.
And then he's bullying us into believing that he's it's all a master of puppets. Shane, look at him. He's a master of puppets.
I agree.
He really is.
I agree.
Fuck, I'm going Shane too.
Shane, I'm going Shane. I shouldn't have convinced you guys to vote.
They all locked in, Bert.
Bert, who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Shane. It's Bert.
Alex?
Alex?
That was Bert Kreischer.
God damn it. He wasn't lying. We can't get ahead. So, is there any more to the story, Bert?
Oh, buddy, it's so bad. It was
the most vulnerable moment of my life. I said it to my wife on the plane today, and she goes, "Don't say that on stage."
I'm a big kid. This is peak fat Adam. I'm like, this is the time when my basketball coach called me Krispy Kreme Abdul-Jabbar.
Ah, dude, did he really?
Okay, he didn't. I guess I'm forgetting a solid chunk.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, yeah.
If you did that today, bro, you would be banned from the league.
Oh, dude, I remember we played this all-black team from Everett.
Krispy Kreme
Abdul-Jabbar. He was like, "You're the most delicious defender of all time." And I was running up and down. I had just hit a jump hook to put us up 6, and I'm like, dude, ice cream is in everyone's future. And I hear a dad of the opposing team, because I had dropped, no joke, I'd probably dropped 26, 8, and 5. And this team was heavily favored. It was myself, my boy Brian Hildebrand, and Evan Hatch that were kind of the Kukoc, Pippen, and Jordan of our team. And we were going to win the championship of this tournament. And I hear one of the dads of the opposing team as I'm jiggling up down the court. "Man, that fat motherfucker's killing us." Yep. I put 2 and 2 together and go, I think he's talking about me. As I'm running down court and titties are bopping me in the face, I'm like, I think that's me. I think I've filled the stat sheet with a double-double. I'm definitely crushing the double-double post-game.
First question is, have you been to any Diddy parties? We need to ask all our billionaire friends.
Absolutely not.
Epstein's Island?
No.
That was a hesitation.
No, because I didn't put Epstein. No, absolutely not.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it's so funny when all that shit happened with Epstein, because I do email everything.
Yeah.
So I do everything via email, right? So I'm putting in Jeffrey Epstein, Jeff Epstein, Epstein.
And you respond to every email.
I don't respond to all of them, but when he emailed, no, he didn't email me. But some dude that was kind of sketchy said, "Hey, I got this guy. I want to introduce you to Jeffrey Epstein. He does all this money management and stuff." I'm like, nah,
Smart move.
Thank God. This
But
is
if
like
he said to you,
2002.
"I've got a 17-year-old Eastern European," you'd be like, "Is his name Luca?"
Oh, yeah. No, I'm like, I don't know which direction you were going, right?
Male or female?
Male or female, right?
They play with balls.
Yeah,
Don't they?
You get off the Greyhound bus from Montgomery County, Maryland, and you get to New York. What's the first living situation?
Was Dick's sister. I moved with Dick's sister. And
were you dating someone in the band?
Yeah, I was dating the lead singer, and then
Dick's
he dumped
sister.
me. And then and he kept like re-dumping me, like the dumps weren't taken. I just kept being like, "God, it's me again." It's like
You're on the phone with your parents. Dick Sisters is going to be big. You have to understand. I'm riding this train all the way to the top.
And my mom had like no follow-up questions because she's just, that's how liberal she is. She was just outside in a dashiki like that. Like no follow. And then like nothing. Like
That's
it was
so
like, by the way, he was 5 years older than me. It was like Sagittarius. I think. My mom was like, "I like
How
it."
old were you?
Yeah, I was like 15 when we started dating, and he was
What
like 20.
the fuck? Wait, it literally was statutory rape? I thought you were. Yeah, Dick's sister had some Diddy stuff going on. Did sister?
I thought you were like 21 in this story. I didn't think you were.
I was 17 when I moved to New York.
Okay.
What the?
This
And
honestly.
then I met a family on the Greyhound. A woman. I was weeping after being freshly dumped by Dick's sister, and this woman,
had to
Bengali
catch
woman
up on your algebra homework. You were sad. You helped him file for Social Security benefits, and you were trying to get the quadratic equation down. And then some Indian guy helped you with it, and he was like, "Come live with my family."
R. Kelly tapped you. He was like, "You should come to this party. It's really good. It's a good time."
I will say, I want to hear more details, but I will just make a quick aside that you're the best example of how good positive thinking can be for a person. Because what you're describing is horrific. Everything you've said is horrific, and you just have such a you would be fine to be a traumatized, useless person in society, but because you're have a positive outlook, it really, it's awesome. People look to Rachel, guys.
I mean, I'm not well.
Yeah.
Great if the second half of this pod was just her crying.
She's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm out."
Just weeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm clearly unwell. Yeah, I found a guy on the street who was like, a construction worker, and I thought he looked like Paul Newman. I was like, "Oh, he's hot." And I think I was with Marina Franklin actually, and she was like, "He's your type, looks like Paul Newman," and he's like red-eyed and drunk.
He was like, "Hey baby, let me lick that." like, I'm gonna give this a shot.
Wow, it's Cool Hand Luke.
Have you ever performed magic before?
Yeah. Comedy magic. I think we're all performing it right now. We're all a part of it.
That is true.
We're all a part of it. You, not so much. But I would say this side.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No,
because now I realize why I kicked the tables. That's energy.
John, is
right now the way you're looking at
fuck you, John.
Bob, be nice,
come
Bob.
out my fucking house,
Bobby.
with your green shit.
When you look like that, it makes your jelly roll.
You really?
Okay, so don't do that. Because Bobby, I'm just gonna let you know, this is a very tense holiday for me.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's the worst holiday for me.
No, yeah.
Because every time when I was a kid, I wanted to be somebody, for Halloween. I'd be like, I'm going to be Ross Perot, And then everyone would come up to me and they'd just go, oh, it's a goblin.
Right.
You don't need to hear that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't be anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're someone now.
You could be a booger. Like a gigantic booger. I mean, there are things that you can be. Right?
Oh, hey, and Harland's back.
Hey, what's up,
here
buddy?
we go. Just telling him about how the KFC bucket came to be.
Oh, yeah?
Remember that joke?
Oh, yeah.
That's a Harland standard.
What a treat.
Cookie Monster?
I guess.
Going through his transitional surgery?
Did any of
You
the
do impressions of Cookie Monster.
Did any of the Sesame Street characters transition, do you know?
Careful. Yeah.
Did they? Which ones?
Elmo, Grover, Big Bird, Oscar, and Linda, the deaf woman.
Oh, really? So now she can hear? Is that how, I mean, that would be a transition for her.
It would be. Can you imagine if halfway through Sesame Street, she just all of a sudden got her hearing back?
Wow.
Just to teach kids, like, you never know what can happen. And you're like, what a weird way to teach that lesson.
And what if she got AIDS? Hearing aids.
Ooh, saved it. This episode is brought to you by Huh and What?
Ashley.
Hey, Big Ash. Ash loves the gash.
We got a gay question.
Jesus, she's black. Holy shit.
Ashley, can I
Tell the
see
audience how black she is.
Let's see.
That's a dark lady.
Ashley.
Just a black screen.
There's just gay men in the room with you to have an answer.
My daughter said clearly it's enough gay men in the room.
Swinging Richard.
What was the question? Oh,
it's a gay question.
It's a gay question.
So
Listen.
if you go to the sauna and you pour water on the rocks, is that like a inviting signal for being gay?
He said if you go to the sauna and do what?
Pour water on the rocks. Do that mean that you want to whoever in there in the steam room with you?
I don't even go in saunas. I wouldn't know.
Lesbians don't. They don't have sex.
They go to hot yoga.
Yeah.
So what's the signal that you gay? How do you find pussy to eat?
There you go.
It usually finds me. I look good. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Is scissoring real?
You don't do the apps or
I don't have
none of
to
that
go
stuff
hunt.
you do in the real world. What do you do?
She got a girlfriend now. But before your girlfriend, he said, do you go on the apps? Do you go to Walmart? You get your pussy at church? How do you go about Uber Eats?
They all each other's exes.
Oh, I usually just have sex with people I work with. It's just-
Whoa. Jeez, where do you work? A softball team?
when I used to work.
Hey.
Nigga said, "Do you work on a softball team?"
That's funny.
he got autism, and his daddy touch him. He got all kind of. And he used all these big words like constellation that I don't know what it means. Like white people just say fucking stars.
Constellation's her girlfriend's name.
He said constellation is your girlfriend name.
That one didn't hit as hard with it.
Well, she's in a black hole.
he kind
I
of
love a good black hole.
Bobby, can I tell you right now? You look like you have a black wife. Like how you're dressed.
I wish I did.
You
You're
have
dressed like
black,
Fat
you
Joe.
have black wife effect.
Bobby, you look like Fat Joe. Pull up Fat Joe when he was all black.
Dude, he looks like, they do this thing on TikTok where they show white dudes who marry black women and how their style changes. So you look like you have a black wife.
Yeah, Bobby, what are you going to Cuba for? You fucking
play baseball, dude. He's going about his dream. They're bringing him in as a closer.
I'm going negotiating peace.
Yeah, he's going to go get a Bobby.
That is Bobby.
He's going to go get a 57 Chevy.
Amazing.
It really is fucking disturbing how much I look.
Thin Bob is Fat Joe.
You're never the problem.
That's a
What do you want? I missed that one.
That was a good one.
Thin Bob is Fat Joe.
That's great.
Oh,
why are we doing this more
Bobby,
than
you
once
were
a
so
month?
fat that the thin version of you is.
We should definitely do this.
God, why are we doing this all the time?
Here's my solution. We come in for 4 hours. We do it weekly. It's a weekly 1 hour.
Weekly?
No, we
insane.
do 1 4-hour session. We change our shirts. I said this 6 months ago.
Why are we gonna change our shirt?
All right, we have 4 episodes in a row.
No,
We have the
we'll
same
do like,
shirts
you know, on
on.
America's Got Talent, that girl who like rips it.
Oh, yeah.
She's fucking a new outfit.
And then a different dress.
Yeah.
Then the people
Mine's
get
lingerie. I'm like,
once a week.
Once a fucking
And we only
week?
record
We
once a
start a
month.
Patreon and say, "F ass digital, let's go."
oh, dude.
What about Skanks?
Skanks, I'll fucking
That
leave
show
them.
sucks. I can't get a word in.
Trash bags.
On Skanks?
I don't know. I kind of ripped the last time I was
It was a
on.
good episode. That was a big one. That was a big
I
one.
don't know. I fucking had a blast
Dan Soder
last
was
time I
on.
was
Yeah,
on.
but he likes doing that show. This one, it's like pulling teeth. My perspective on Hurricane Sandy, it was just a fun time.
Great.
It was like the blackout in 02. You remember that shit? That was fun, dude. It was a fun time in 02.
No, it was.
Of course, you're a guy
nightmare.
that thrives when the city loses electricity. God, you have a hockey mask on. It's just like, this is.
I was born with mole eyes.
It's the purge.
Oh, it's happening again.
Finally, I get to wear my Triple X baby doll mask.
Honestly, it's the little things like banging a machete against the wall as a woman runs from me. I'm wearing a mini skirt and I'm just swinging a machine.
Run, rabbit, run. That'll be my merch.
Oh, let's go.
Purge merch.
Hello, B. You have to take James tonight. It's happening. Hey, do you have my go bag at your house? Dude, I think it's so fun when like crazy storms and shit happens.
Do you have my Statue of Liberty mask with neon X's over the eyes? Did I leave that at your place, or is that? I'll check my attic first.
No, is my giant baby doll mask there? No. Yeah, of course, dude.
Hey, did I leave my Gatling gun I bring out every year for this there?
Hey, B, I lost my chainsaw on the end of a long chain.
I will say I was in Katrina, or I was in New Orleans for Katrina, and it really made the city better. I can attest. Cleaned it right up.
You did it again. Great,
yeah.
rock solid.
Thanks.
Did you paint that shirt
Dude.
yourself?
This is a sick shirt, man. It's a sick ass shirt.
By sick, do you mean the shirt has been vomiting all over itself?
Yeah. This is a thrift shop vibe, okay?
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I guess it is kind of looks like
Shit.
Yeah. I don't like shit.
I love how defensive you get over things like
It's a cool shirt. It's fun. Oh, look, a leather jacket. So original. Oh my God. Dude. Yeah, oh my God. Is that the Bonds? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, this is a thrift shop find. What do you guys think of Martin? Oh, I was asking the panel, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to pull the curtain, but there's no way from the time you said his name to the time he walked on the stage, this guy came from across the street. I hope I'm not showing how the sausage is made or something, but
Sam, when's your next book coming out? Skankfest.
We can do both of those at the same time. I'll take the one about Sam's book, and then you take the one about Skankfest. What was the Skankfest question? We haven't really talked about the book at all, so I don't have any real details for you. But I mean, it's coming up on the time
I feel
where
like if I tore an ACL,
running the light reaches critical
I probably
consumer
wouldn't get a
acclaim.
fucking scooter.
And I think
issues like crutches.
his stock's never been higher. I think it only does him good.
Just scoot around in a goddamn cart. I would use actual crutches.
I'm working with his agents now
because
to
I
talk about
fucking
some
pride for
deadlines.
myself.
I don't have an
just
answer
scoot
for you.
around
Think
something that
we're
pushes
thinking
me.
August
I would
2025.
use fucking crutches. That's a good bit.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Golfing would be fun.
Yeah.
Unless you're golfing with Steve and his buddies.
Dead clean sober,
fucking
enjoying the
sober
sport.
buddies enjoying the sport, hitting a 120 sober. That fucking blows, dude. Although you said you hit it in the 80s, right?
86 on
Was
Sunday.
that the day with the birdie?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you were feeling it.
I was feeling it.
Fuck yeah. How'd you feel when you got home? How'd you feel when you got home? Did your girlfriend catch the business?
$1,000,000. What?
Did your girlfriend get the business? Came home.
She
and
did.
you
She
said,
got
all right, all right.
incredibly. Yeah.
All right.
What was that?
I shouldn't have asked.
No,
You carry it over?
Do I carry what over?
The confidence of a good golf game into the bed?
Yes, but I don't. But I don't carry over the bad stuff.
You don't.
I don't carry over the bad. It's bad.
I don't believe that either. That's just fucking lies, dude.
You don't take it out on her if you have a bad day?
No.
Come here.
No, but I go, what?
These golf stories make me really miss Matt's dream stories. I'll listen to Matt's dream stories every day.
I had some bad dreams last night.
But dude, you put a drink on a pool table around a dad?
No.
I wonder if how many kids have gotten beat because of pool tables. Like how many?
It's definitely.
What's the pipeline?
It's like if you have a shitty pool table, it's like owning a gun. Like you're more likely to be in some sort of incident. Like
it will. If you have a pool table, there will be an incident.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed. It's just likely.
So Eric, I took a little bit of an edible.
I know.
I called Eric. I'm speaking to the audience now. My goblins. I called Eric because sometimes, I don't know if people know this. I just know you really well. Sometimes Eric could be a bit of a grouch.
John Michael, cut to previous episodes of me being grouchy.
Just cut to any episode at any time stamp.
I had Invisalign. And
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I had a girlfriend once. She had a curly fried tit.
No.
Yeah. The nipple went. Like,
Whoa.
yeah. So that's why I get confused.
Can you imagine her baby like drinking out of a crazy straw?
Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
That kid would grow up fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah.
By the way, can I ask you about your umbilical cord when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Because when we were kids, my mother left mine attached for about 6 weeks. Most people cut. Most people cut them right away.
Wait. So let me ask you. Well, because I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Okay, let's clear it up.
Can I clear it up?
Yeah.
So you were born in a hospital like
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
Either
North York General.
Okay, through C-section or vaginal birth, like natural birth.
Through vaggie.
So your mom
I'm a
did-
vaggie baby.
You're a veggie baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you came out, you're crying, and the doctor's like, and you're probably full of fluid.
Covered with placenta.
Placenta, right?
Armenian doctor with one of the hairiest arms you ever see. I thought I was getting slapped by Robin Williams. It was just the hairiest thing.
Yeah.
And he had adder. Like, he had adder with me.
What's adder?
Well, when you're a baby, you get one whack.
Yeah.
This SOB, this Armenian SOB, he hit me about 15 times.
Right, probably on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
then you come out.
Yeah.
They clipped the umbilical cord.
On others.
But
Right.
for you, they went, nah.
No, my mother, they say when you throw a baby on a mother's chest, it creates instant attachment, right? And so my mother wanted to keep that sort of connectivity to her boy, me.
Yeah.
And she insisted on they don't cut it. And so we had about a 6-week period where I was still attached to her umbilical cord. And
Yeah.
What?
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then
I'm on record in the Guinness Book of World Records as the youngest bungee jumper on record. She would go up on the roof and kick me and boom, and then and catch me.
it's elastic. I didn't realize it was
it's
elastic.
rubbery.
Oh, it's rubbery, right.
And we'd go out in the boat and she'd throw me off the back.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I could water ski without water skis. I could be up.
Yeah.
I could be up on my bare feet.
Wow. I've
Yeah.
never seen that.
And this woman comes up to me and she's like, I can't afford groceries. I've been like working my whole life. Things are really tough. She tells me that for like 20, 30 seconds. And then she spends 3 minutes talking about how she says a prayer every single night for me, my wife, and our 3 kids by name. She's memorized the names of my children, a guy she's never met, so that she can pray for their safety. And you're like, okay, there's a generosity of spirit out there that, we can be pissed off about the policies of Kamala Harris, and we should be, frankly, because she's a disaster. But we can also be, I think, more hopeful about the country. And that's like a paradigm shift that I've had. And the second thing that I realized is you talk about cities, right? So obviously you're usually flying into a city, even if you're
Has
not.
that woman who can't afford the groceries seen any of the dancing at the rallies? Because to be honest,
Yeah.
it is not nothing, the dancing that's going on. There is a lot of good dancing. And if she were to perhaps see that, she could stop kind of being ungrateful and kind of...
Yeah, I don't think this.
Or heard about Tim Walsh's time in China. That's interesting that he's in China.
What was your sense of his energy when he was here?
He's very charming, right? So he's very friendly to me, and we have a very good mutual friend, Dana White. Dana White loves him. He stuck up for Dana when MMA was a banned sport, and he let them put on his events in Trump Casino in Atlantic City. And so Dana loves the guy, and they've always had a good friendship. He got mad at me one time because I said that RFK Jr. was the only guy that makes sense. But I was essentially saying it the same way I'm saying it here. It's like what RFK Jr. is, he talks about facts and talks about reality, and he talks about issues, and he talks about like studies and what we know about things. He's just brilliant with his recall. And he doesn't attack people, and I think we could all use more of that. Even if he's writing something about something like in that book, The Real Anthony Fauci, it's because it's true, and it's not good information, and it affects all of us. He's not like personally attacking someone. And I think that personal attack stuff is what bothers people. And so what did he do? He just attacked me.
Would you have Putin on?
No.
I mean, that's what we're getting. We're whitewashing history.
What are we fucking talking about? No.
Kim Jong-un?
Maybe. I like to see where he gets his clothes.
You both like basketball.
I want to talk to him about his tailor. I need some of those wide legs. I think we have the same body type.
Is that what Kamala's doing? She's doing men's and women's prisons together. That's
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
That's cool. It's like a unisex bathroom.
Is that what the Democrats are doing? All gender prisons?
Yeah. Speaking of London, you could just announce that you're a woman and then you go into a woman's prison.
Well, I did
right?
get nervous there because they don't have free speech,
It would
right?
be pretty crazy if they sexually integrated the prisons and you go to prison as a guy and you still get imagine how much that would suck. You're like, what the hell? I thought this was supposed to be better.
So did you eat the rest of the Arab food?
I was eating the Arab food there too. It was good.
What do they have?
They're usually the Lebanese food is known as the best. If you want Middle Eastern food, they'll tell you got to go to Lebanese food.
Interesting.
It's the same as the rest of the countries. They just somehow spice it better and do it a little bit better. Mind you, the best Lebanese food I ever had was in Kuwait, and I was like, "How come it didn't taste like this in Lebanon?" They go, "I don't know. These guys are all from Lebanon." I go, and then when I was in Dubai, I just had amazing Lebanese food too.
Wow. I was in Paris and we were like late night, couldn't find anything, and then there was like a bunch of West African food.
Oh, really?
Because there's a whole community there, and there was like, oh yeah, it's like super spicy and like.
Was it good?
It's great.
Yeah, and you're like, I thought you guys were starving.
Well, they left. They left, and they're all look at all the food they want. They're like, this is what we would have cooked.
Yeah, this is how it would have gone down.
Oh yeah, all these.
There's all the
kibbeh,
Lebanese.
like-
Yeah. Hummus.
kibbeh. Kibbeh is one of the only ones that only the brown Jews have.
Well,
Like,
you guys, the Israelis love hummus.
Love hummus.
Yeah, they're homosexuals. They're
boo, boo, hate puns. Take it to Norman's pod.
And falafels.
How was the diarrhea there?
Made me falafel. Anyway, this next guy. I had to go for the two. I had to go for the double.
So we are flying, and I'm all over Route 8 or whatever the hell you guys got up there in that England new. And I'm flying, and I'm the only thing on the road. It's like I'm Kramer. I'm like, woo, this is luxury. Woo.
Second pull over the day.
Second pull over. And I go, well, this is it.
2 pullovers, no cardigans.
Yeah, I'm like, this is it. He's shit-faced. I'm drunk. I'm in another guy's car. I'm not even sure if my license is up to date. He's looking for insurance. He's like doing all this shit. He's in the glove box. He's falling over. And I'm like, we're f***ed. I'm going to jail. This is DUI territory. So immediately he gives me the insurance and the registration. I get my license out, and I just do this.
Right.
I just stick them right out. I'm no Tyreek Hill. All right. I'm going all cooperation. I'm complying.
Window down, car off. I go keys on the dashboard.
Ooh.
10 and 2.
Yes.
Now, I think we've talked about this before. People's instinct is to go get the license registration. I don't do that. I wait till the cop gets there, so you're not going through a glove box. But if you have a little helper.
Well, I have an Indian helper, but he also Indian in the cupboard. The cop, he sat back there for a while.
They always do.
Yes.
Well, I think they're running the plates.
They're running plates. They're
But
seeing who's in there.
I also think they like to make you nervous and squirm.
And it worked because you're just sitting there like, "How? What's he doing back there?" But you don't want to be like,
right? Exactly.
You know? He finally walks up after what felt like 10, 15 minutes. So I got the shit out the window, and he walks up. He looks in. You got flashlight, the whole thing, thick accent, mustache. Yeah, you boys been drinking? And I'm like, well, officer, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had one beer. And he is too drunk to drive, so I felt I should take the responsibility. And he goes, "Well, kid, you're all over the road here. Like you're zigging and zagging." I go, "I'm not gonna lie to you. It's his car. I'm not too familiar with the Tesla, but I'm gonna put it in auto drive and just let it go, and it'll find itself." And he goes, "You a comedian?" And I go, "Yeah, actually, I am." And he goes, "All right, tell me 3 jokes."
3 jokes?
I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So I'm like, oh, God, all right. So
I'd rather do the alphabet backwards.
I know. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I go dirty?
Well, don't do your jokes.
Well, I think he wants my act.
Give him some Pryor, some Carlin, some List, something.
Well, I gotta be true. I've written jokes. I have a couple albums. I got a Rolodex to work with. But you start thinking, you got to go hack. You can't go, I can't be like, I have anxiety. He doesn't want that shit. You got to go full mainstream broad.
Right. Don't do a broad's jokes.
Well, that's true. That's true. We're trying to get laughs here.
That's how you get thrown in the clink.
All right. So I go out of the gate. I go, well, my wife, she's Jewish. I met her on that Jewish app, PayPal. And he goes, So that got his attention.
Oh, boy.
No laugh. No laugh. And then I go, I did my old black joke where I go, hey, I can't even remember. Somebody goes, I don't see color. I go, well, I'm black. And he goes, no, you're not. And I went, aha. And he goes, oh, okay.
Right. Well, they love anything that has black in it.
Yes. Well, unlike them, it didn't hit. But then I go with big 3. Trans.
Oh, boy.
So I'm hitting Jew,
Bleep
black,
it.
and trans, but I go, hey, I look at trans the same way I look at crypto. I don't understand all of it, but I've lost a lot of money on both. Killed that one. He goes, all right. Well, let me just get your license. And he goes back and he does a bunch of shit. And I can see him in there like, doing that whole thing.
Boy, if Chris Allen hears this story.
I know, the white priv. But you know what this is comedian priv.
Right.
Celeb priv or whatever you want to call it, well-known priv. He comes back and he goes, all right, put the goddamn auto drive on and get home safe. And I go, we're going we're going 20 minutes. I'll be home in no time. And he was like, okay, great.
Doesn't he have your address on the thing?
Oh, yeah. That's an old ID. So I go, all right, we'll see you later. And
it was your old ID that said Rhode Island on it.
Yeah. So he goes, all right, whatever. And we got the hell out of there. And I drove 10 and 2 the whole way for about an hour. Then I gunned it. We get to a parking lot in New London. We charge outside of a Marshall's. And we just talk about how crazy it was. We got home at 5 in the morning.
Oh.
And the rest is history.
What is the average length of an erect penis in the U.S.? The 22-year-old knows this.
I don't know, like 7 inches?
Oh my God! What neighborhood? Yeah. Yes, his neighborhood.
We're in the U.S., not Africa. Christina?
I would say 4 or 5.
I would say Christina's closer. It's 5 to 5.5 inches.
There you go.
Okay.
Look at that. I believe that.
Chris, did you know that?
Did I know that?
Did you know that?
I did know that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm an average man. Low end of the average, though, right?
I put out stand-up on my YouTube channel every week, and somebody commented there was a very pretty girl in the front row of one of my shows, and somebody commented that girl's such a rocket, and me and my pod. We started dying laughing. So we call every hot girl that we see now a Rocket, or we call him Hakeem Olajuwon, who's played for the Houston Rockets,
Sure.
or we'll
Yeah.
just call them a Houston. But so when you came on as Casey Rocket, just know that like to my podcast fans,
Yeah.
like they think you're fucking Casey the Hottie.
The smoke show.
You are. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, you are. You are. When's the last time
I
you're a
don't know,
good-looking
man.
dude, man.
I'm a good-looking guy. Like, yeah, I saw my ex-girlfriend last night. She came over and then she texted me after. She said, "You look really good." And
Did you really?
It is what it is.
Did you
man.
give her the rocket?
And I said, "Well, look who came crawling back."
Exactly, dude. When's the
Something-
last time you gave her the little piperoni?
When I gave her the little piperoo.
Piperoni pizza.
the little Tony pepperonis.
Yeah.
We make love. I make love.
Yeah,
sure.
I like that about you, man.
That I make love.
Yeah, because you're a sensitive guy that you want to make love, and I feel like you're the kind of guy you have sex with your hat on.
The hat stays on. Yeah,
I like it, dude.
It's like a pair. It's my tube socks. Is the hat? The
It's
hat.
you're one of those guys like you have so much hair, but you still wear a hat, and it's kind of like just dumb. Like we know, like your hair, the hat's not doing anything.
Like it's under.
I know how much
anyways.
hair you have. Like it's just busting out of everywhere. you know what you look sick with?
What?
A yarmulke. I would love. I would love
I'm
that.
I'm not Jewish. So.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, dude. Neither. You think all those people that wear yarmulkes are Jews?
No, I'll confess, and I've said this to you before. That's how I often feel about you when I hear you beatbox or do certain accents. Sometimes I hear that stuff, and it's like, we got to find a way to monetize this better than you're doing great. But
Yeah, but no, but that could be better.
concentrate. You doing? Watch this. Scottish, and you have the hiccups. I've never said this before to him.
All right, you've got to give yourself a little bit of a break.
Okay.
If you can't give yourself a break, who's going to break for you? Nobody.
That is, you find a way to squeeze that into an oil, and they're ranch dressing who, okay? Because everyone's gonna be using it in everything. But it's a party trick right now.
It's a party trick right now.
Mike Myers turned it into a career, and I'm not knocking him. I'm a fan. But he did. He turned it into a career.
He did.
Because back then, there wasn't all the bullshit seed oils. It was only the pure stuff, the good high burn temperature oils.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you got people on TikTok who are pretending that they like women, and then they say, pretending that they respect women.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come from the point of view of teaching men how to be better for women. But what they're really doing is saying men want aggressors, a woman wants to be told what to do. And all, or it's just like, let me tell you something about women. Hey, already, you don't know shit about women. I was raised in a single parent household. I had a dad, but he was at work all the time.
All the time.
And basically my mom raised me. My mom taught me mama taught me how to shave.
Yep.
I have 14 birthdays, and he never even sent me a card. To hell with him.
Let it out. Let it out.
How come you don't want me, man?
Let it out, man. It's okay.
How come you don't want me?
I was addicted to Coke, and I remember just blurting it to my mom. I dated a Coke dealer for a little bit, and then after that, he just always gave me $30 grams, which is so cheap.
What?
And it was the best Coke in the world. It was the best. Like, I'd give it to people, and they would hound me.
Was this in New York?
In
I
New
assume?
York, yeah. And then I just would buy it Wednesday, do it Wednesday, and then do it on the weekend. And then I would convince myself it was okay to buy more on Wednesday and then do it on the weekend for some reason. And then
the logic is hilarious.
the logic
if
is
I only buy it
crazy.
twice a week, even if it's in a large amount, I don't have a problem.
Yeah. Even if I do it all and I'm sticking my tongue in the bag and going into the corners of it, and then chopping up my Adderall and snorting that too, and being like, I don't need to work on Monday, so I can do this now.
And you know why I would do that? Is I'd be like, well, I only buy it twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really have a problem. I buy it twice a week.
Yeah.
I buy it every Wednesday. It sounds like I have a problem. I
Yeah.
buy it one day a week.
Yeah, listen
Oh,
to that.
really?
I know. And then I told my mom, I was like, I think I'm addicted to Coke. And she was like, how's that going for you? And I was like, not good. And I think saying it out loud allowed me to stop. But then I had to get off Adderall.
The crazy thing is that, did it work? Are you off Coke?
Yeah.
But you stayed in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Did you go to meetings?
I broke up with a guy. I quit a friend group.
Okay.
I quit bowling. I was addicted to Coke and bowling. I was addicted to doing both. I had to quit bowling. Got rid of my ball. Got rid of my bowling ball.
Are they fraternal or identical twins?
They're fraternal.
All right, and
Thank God.
What's the age difference? How many minutes apart?
I think they're about, I want to say 20, 25.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, the most interesting thing is like these two came out of the womb with their personalities. Like it's so great. The first one, bang, hits the hole. Pow, dude. High step in Roger Craig. Bang, right through the hole, dude. Comes out. She just like covered it like this. So proper. She just comes out, she's smiling.
It reminds me of that old school. You're old enough to remember. Marshall Faulk, when he played for the Colts, had a badass Nike, I think it was, commercial where he was running and everything was coming at him. And one of the last things was like a jet behind him, and he tucked the ball and he went right.
100%. Earl Campbelling that. Right? Earl Campbell blowing out his knees for 2 yards.
Start ripping off, coming out.
So she comes out like
blowing out his knees for 2 yards.
So then the other one just jackknifed in the back. And that's just kind of how their personalities
now,
have
can I
been.
ask you personal questions, and we can cut anything out if you don't want to, but are they natural twins, or was this because I'm not. I was, there's no twins in our family. My mom, so we're born in March of 73, so she was pregnant in 72. So she's taken, I don't know what, prenatal or pregnancy.
Oh, really?
Yes, because she was having trouble having twins, and I guess we're a side effect of that medication.
Yeah. This is natural, but we don't have twins in our family.
None in your family,
but
or hers.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Maybe I just hit it so hard that it just split it in two.
See, I would have a kid.
So I'm making sacrifices.
I would have a kid if I could
thing.
Get one of my best girlfriends pregnant, and then her and her husband raises it, and then I'm in the life as like the uncle.
Oh, wait. So you want your girlfriend to get pregnant by another guy?
No.
Oh, you want to get your chick pregnant?
No,
and then...
I want to get my like a best friend pregnant. And then her and her husband raise a kid, and then I am in the life, but not
you get all
having
the
to take care of it every day.
You get all the good stuff. You
Yes.
tell the kid you're his brother,
Yeah.
and then
What?
and then at a certain age you go, I'm your dad.
Yeah.
Which happens.
No. I would be dad, but no, maybe I would be uncle.
You know what?
And then-
Go on Field or something. I bet there are people that want this exact
No,
thing.
but I would want it with someone that I'm close with. Like a friend of mine is having a hard time getting pregnant. I'm like, why don't I just get you pregnant and then you and your husband raise a kid, and then I'll be.
Is they having
in
is she
and
having a
out.
hard time getting pregnant because of her husband? Like,
Maybe
is he barren? Or
I don't know.
So you
I
just
don't
offered to
listen
fuck her.
People talk.
You
No, I wouldn't
she
even.
goes, having a trouble.
I would artificially inseminate. It's not about like the. It's about putting the baby in them, and then not having
Do you
to
have
do
a mate fetish? You have a mating fetish?
No, but I do have a fetish where I come the hardest when they're begging for cum and they say I love you.
This is my ideal scenario.
It is.
Best friend impregnates me. They're not you. They're the uncle. We can't. We're both addicts. Somebody who's.
But by the way, healthy. But you can superpower your addictions into something positive. You will be addicted to protecting your baby. You'll
I
be
don't
addicted.
want his cum in me.
Yep.
Have you guys ever slept together?
No.
No. There was a period where it could have happened.
That's not true.
This is honestly. This is my
Where?
favorite. Will
When?
they? Won't they?
In the future.
Comedy podcasting stats from the month of October. Mike Cannon made the most guest appearances last month, going on 11 total podcasts while promoting his new special Traumatized Animal, including The Adam Friedland Show, Dad Meat, Dynamite Rocket Ship, Something Went Wrong, Lev Fur Show, Not Today Pal, Only Fiends, Two Girls One Blunt, Story Wars, Some of This Is Bad, and we also interviewed Mike for the Skankfest 2024 documentary. The top 3 most viewed episodes from last month starts off with Donald Trump on Flagrant, which is already their 4th most viewed episode of all time with a whopping 7.8 million views. In second place was JD Vance on This Past Weekend with Theo Von, which currently stands at 4.6 million views. And in third place is Harland Williams and Dr. Phil on Kill Tony in Las Vegas, which is only a little over a week old and already at 3.3 million views. And the top 3 most viewed episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience during the month of October starts off with none other than episode 2219 with Donald Trump, which is well on its way to becoming Rogan's most viewed episode ever, raking in 46 million views in the first 2 weeks. In second place was JD Vance with 14 million views, and the third most watched episode of JRE last month was with Graham Hancock, currently standing at 2.7 million views. And last but certainly not least, if you enjoy these best of the month compilations, then you would probably also like the best of the week videos we post on Patreon every single Friday. As many of you know, last month we officially relocated here to Austin, Texas in order to go all in on this comedy news thing, best report what's happening in the comedy world to you people. So any profits made from the Patreon would immediately be reinvested back into this business. Our main goal now that we're here in Austin is to get a Joke World news van and drive it from club to club, interviewing whoever's in town, since every comedian seems to come through at some point. So if you want to be part of making that content happen, check the link below and consider subscribing. But if not, no worries. We're still gonna keep you in the comedy loop publicly on YouTube just the same amount. Just know I like the Patreon people slightly more. Probably way more, actually.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.